What's up guys, this is Henreeneo and you're welcome to my unboxing and initial impressions of the Infinix Hot 6X. This is a very similar looking phone to the Infinix S3X. Let me just get the pack here. I'm sure you can see how it looks. They look very similar, but the Hot 6X here has 16 gigabytes and 2 gigabytes of RAM. Let's take a look at what's some other things in the box. It's got a 6.2 inch HD plus display. They call it the Infinity display. It's got low light selfie camera at 8 megapixels. It's got a dual camera setup at the back, 13 megapixel and 2 megapixel for depth sensing, I believe. And it's got a pretty large 4000 milliamp hour battery for a 2-day battery life. That's pretty cool. SnapDragon processor. I don't know what processor exactly that is, but we'll find out. And it's also got face unlock and fingerprint scanner. So let's dive in. Let me grab my cutting tool here. So this is what you have the box at, and let's just pull this up as quickly as possible. So first things first, we have the phone on the top of the box. We're going to set this aside and check out other items. So in here we have a charger. We have a standard Infinix earphones. We have a USB-A to micro USB cable. We have a SIM ejector tool. And then we also have a case. It's a smoked case and it has a nice pattern to the back here. We'll check this out later. So we have our paperwork, user manual, specification manual, quick guide, and warranty card. We finally here have a screen protector. So that's all you get in the box. Let's take a look at the phone itself. So I'm going to peel off this in the back here and take off the sticker in the front. So this is the Infinix Hot 6X in its full glory, and I'm going to run through the physical features real brief here. We have a 13 megapixel plus 2 megapixel rear facing cameras. The 2 megapixel is used for depth sensing. We've got an LED flash and a fingerprint sensor over here. Infinix branding at the middle and at the bottom. To the left here we've got a SIM tray bay. Let's zoom in here. We've got a SIM tray bay that houses 2 SIM cards and 1 tray for micro SD card. To the bottom we have our micro USB port, speaker grills, and microphone. To the right we have our volume rockers and power button, which is textured. And to the top we have our 3.5mm headphone jack. And up front here we have the famous notch that some people love and some people do not. And we've also got a 6.2 inch HD plus screen. It's a 19:9 aspect ratio display. And to the front we've got a 8 megapixel selfie camera. Let me zoom in here properly so you can see that. So we've got an 8 megapixel selfie camera, which is a low light selfie camera as claimed by Infinix. We got a speaker grill over there and a bevy of sensors as well. So let's power on this bad boy so we can see what we get with the Infinix Hot 6X. So while the Infinix Hot 6X is powering on, let's try out the case to see how well it fits the phone. I kind of like what they did with the case this time around. It looks pretty neat, and it's this pattern, and it's tinted in a way, and it's not your flexible case. It's a bit strong. So let's just put in the phone here and see how well it fits. And as you can see, it fits quite snugly and doesn't add too much bulk to the phone. The phone still feels light. And so our device here is powering on. I've waited for almost a minute for it to get to this point. I don't know why it's that slow, but I think Infinix can improve on this. Alright guys, so we're done with the setup of the Infinix Hot 6X, and I must say it looks pretty good. It's a good looking device. It's got the notch up there, which a lot of you hate and a lot of you like. So if you're going to be buying this phone, it's going to be based on your preference if you like the notch or not. It's got a pretty big chain down here, and I don't know why they did this. In fact, this whole design reminds me very much of the Infinix Hot S3X, which I have right here with me, and I'm going to put beside the Hot 6X for you to see. there's almost no difference with these phones. They have exactly the same design, exactly the same build quality, if I'm not mistaken, exactly the same size, if I'm not mistaken as well. And just the build materials are a bit different. So we have the glossy glass back here, or plastic back rather, and we have the matte plastic back over here. The Hot S3X has higher specs than the Hot 6X. This comes in at 32 gigabytes of internal storage and 3 gigabytes of RAM, and this comes in at 16 gigabytes of internal storage and 2 gigabytes of RAM. Although I've heard that there is a pro version of the Hot 6X which comes in at 32 gigabytes and 3 gigabytes as well, meaning that puts it at par with the Infinix Hot S3X. So how well does video do on this device? Well, video plays pretty well. The screen is capped at 720p, so that's all you get if you're watching videos from places like YouTube. You'll be capped at 720p videos. Well, colors look okay and video angles are not so great, but again, that's what you get for an entry level device like this. Again, you can also pinch to zoom, but note that when you pinch to zoom, the notch cuts into the video and the video gets cropped at some point. So what are my thoughts on the Infinix Hot 6X? Well, I think it's a good phone. It's a good entry-level device for those people who are trying to get this first smartphone, and for students as well. You shouldn't expect much from this phone because of the price points it's coming at. Infinix is trying to keep the price low so that people can afford smartphones. So what you get on this phone isn't awesome performance, but it will carry you through your day-to-day usage, and you'll be able to do the frequent things that people do on their smartphones anyway, like watch YouTube videos and also look at Instagram stories and stuff like that. But there are a couple of things that I feel were not completed on this phone. Take for instance, let's go into the Play Store app and take a look at that notch. So I'm going to bring this up a bit so you can see that the top bar for the app does not flush with the notch, which is what's supposed to happen. Infinix, I think you can fix this using software updates. I mean, the bar is supposed to flush with the notch. One other thing that has been a bother to me is the camera. The camera on this device isn't very great. This is an entry-level phone, so people shouldn't expect too much anyway, but the camera doesn't look too good and it's a bit slow. One other thing I'm displeased with in this device is the storage space. If you're going to be making entry-level devices that come in at 16 gigabytes, then the least you could do is remove every single bloatware and put only necessary apps. People want the essential apps and the social media apps, so just take away these things, give them the option to download them on the phone, and if they don't want to, fine. I mean, these things already take up a boatload of space on your phone, and it already slows down the phone from the beginning. So please, Infinix, take your bloatware a notch down. This phone will be going for something quite affordable. I don't have the pricing yet, but I will put it on the screen once I find out what the pricing is. And I'm believing that it's targeting those people who are coming into the smartphone game for the first time. I mean, the students and those people who do not earn a lot of money, who are trying to get themselves a smartphone. This is a very good smartphone for you, and I think this will serve you for at least a year. With that being said, thanks guys for watching. If you have any questions about the Infinix Hot 6X, please leave them in the comment section below. It's not easy making videos like this. I would appreciate it if you could hit the subscribe button so I could get to 20,000 subscribers by the end of 2018. Again, thanks for watching and have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.